everyone, Miss Alessandra here from the Weston Library to bring you another craft at home. Today is going to be windsocks. We're going to make windsocks. So it is a very windy day today. These will work really well outside. Our windsocks will not be able to sustain rain because we're going to be using some recycled paper products. And if you are going to be joining, stay tuned to find out what we need for this project so that you can gather your supplies. For our windsocks craft project today, I'm going to let you know the supplies that you need. So if you have them around the house, you can gather them. The first thing that we're going to need is a paper towel roll. You're going to need a pair of scissors. Make sure that your parents know you're using them. You will need either glue, duct tape, or scotch tape, and a glue stick, or one of those tapes and the regular glue. Okay, a piece of string, some tissue paper. I chose white and blue because that's all I had, but you want to think springtime colors or rainbow colors, whatever you want to see blowing in the wind. And then finally, you're going to want lots of markers so that you can color your windsock. So go ahead and gather those supplies and meet me back here. All right, we are all set up to do our windsock craft, and we are going to start with our cutting. We are going to grab our paper towel roll and our scissors, and we're going to be cutting the full length of our paper towel roll. We're just cutting it in half right now. So go ahead and cut that in half. Make sure your parents know you're using scissors or ask them for help using these. All right, so now it's cut in half. We're gonna try and flatten that out a little bit. So just push it down, flatten it out a little bit. All right, leave that to the side. You could even put something on top of it to keep it flat for a little while. And then we're gonna cut out our strips of tissue paper. So what I've done is I've chosen two colors I'm going to be making long strips of. These are about almost a foot in length. So that's the size I'm going to recommend, is doing a foot in your strip length. And we're going to be cutting about an inch for these strips. So you're going to go an inch in from the outside and cut a long strip the length of your tissue paper, or about 12 inches, which is 1 foot. All right, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to cut one so you know what I am talking about. You have a little bit of a reference, and then you can cut the rest on your own. They don't have to be perfectly straight. One of my pieces of tissue paper is a little bit longer than the other. So you're going to be cutting out these strips. I would say we need between 10 and 12. So if you are doing 2 colors and you want to split that, do half one color, half the other. If you're doing multiple colors, split it however you see fit. Between 10 and 12 strips, about an inch to 1 foot long, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and cut all of those out. So now that you have cut out all of your tissue paper strips in whatever colors you've chosen, as I've said, about 10 to 12 strips, each an inch wide by about a foot in length. Okay, so we want them to be pretty long, but thin. Put those aside, and then take out your paper towel roll that we've cut in half. And here what we're going to be doing is making this into a cylinder, which is why we cut it in half. We wanted it to be a large cylinder shape when we fold this. We're going to be folding the short ends inwards until they meet. We're going to overlap on the outside to make a cylinder. There should be a nice big circle in the middle. And this is where you're going to either use glue or scotch tape or duct tape to hold this piece together. You may need a parent to hold it for you while you tape, or you hold it and they tape it for you or glue it for you. I'm going to use duct tape and try and tape it myself here. All right, got my duct tape. Just tucking it in on the inside on one end, going right across the meat crease, and tucking the other part in on the other end. All right. So I should have a nice circle like that attached. If you're using glue, at this point you're going to put that aside so that it stays glued. Wait about 10 minutes or so until it's dry, and then continue on to the next piece. If you're using tape, you can continue now. And you can choose to color your tube now or at the end of this. You're going to use your markers, and you're just going to color whatever you like on the outside of your tube. Now is a good time to do that, or you can do it at the end. So we're going to take a little break. I'm going to do a little bit of coloring on my tube, and then we'll come back to finish our windsock. Now that I have colored my paper towel tube that we've made, I just did like a little rainbow around here, we are going to start gluing our tissue paper pieces. They are going to hang from the bottom of our cylinder to make the windsock. Those are the things that are going to move and sway in the wind. And what we're going to do is we're either going to use glue or a glue stick. I have a glue stick. I'm going to pop that open. On the inside of the bottom of my tube, I'm going to go ahead and put lots of glue on the inside here. I'll show you a close-up of that. Literally just doing big circle of glue on the inside. I may have to put more later, but we're going to start putting our strips. Again, we want them to be hanging down very long, so you're going to attach on the inside in whatever pattern you have. I'm just doing white, blue, white, blue. If you have more colors, you can do a pattern, and you're just going to keep gluing on the inside until you have reached the end and filled the entire circle, which again should be about 10 to 12 pieces or so. Let's see, what do I have? I have 8, so a little bit less, but it's okay. You can make extra, that's fine. So this is the part that's going to move in the wind, and we are just about done here. The final part is to attach some type of string on the top so that you can hang this outside either on a branch of a tree. If you have a hook outside for like a bird feeder, you could hang it out there to sway in the wind. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that string, I just have this rope, and again you're going to attach it on the inside here. I'm going to use tape for this. you'll see what I've done is just taped one end on the inside here. And I'm going to do the same with the other end. Make a loop right there. Put my tape on the inside to stick it together. Make sure that holds. I'm going to pull it a little bit to make sure it's not coming apart. You may have to add some more tape. And that's my string to hang my windsock. So outside, the wind will blow it around like this, and it will look real pretty in the sunlight. It's a perfect windy day for a windsock. I hope you enjoyed our windsock craft today. And if you've made a windsock today and hang it outside, take a picture, send it to us. You can email me, apetrino@westonct.gov. And I would love to see what you're making at home. If it's this, if you're following along with our crafts, or if you're doing something else, please send me a little picture to show me what you're doing at home. And tune in next week for another craft at home. Bye.